Okay. Okay. You want to tell me what I'm doing back here?
Before we get straight into business, I do have to ask a few questions just to make sure your memories have been restored.
Okay. Fire away.
Do you know where you are?
Well, I'm guessing by my surroundings and seeing you right in front of me, I can only assume that I'm in the palace of Ethereal Isle, right? So, specifically the bedroom since my first visit. Next.
Do you remember the incident?
Well, there's a lot of those. Um, but is it the one where I lost my arm? Because that one is practically branded into my mind.
How did you lose your arm?
Let me think. Ah, I got in the way of a raging minotaur. Damn thing broke my arm so bad, the doctor had to amputate it.
After losing your arm, the magician aided you in getting a replacement.
By making a deal with an entity. In return, I got this magical sigil and was told to only use it for the benefit of Ethereal Isle. Yes, I remember.
It's good to have you back, Rayne.
And it is good to be back. Speaking of which, you still need to tell me why I'm here.
Pardon the intrusion, milady. I wanted to check in and see if Rayne was awake yet.
And after the usual strand of questions, I think the Countess is satisfied with my answers. I believe you were just about to tell me why I've returned after, 5 years now?
5 years already? Has it really been that long?
5 years. Yeah, that sounds about right. Every time I come here, you guys never seem to age at all, and here I am, getting old. Ugh.
Ethereal Isle's charm, I suppose. Everything is slowed down in this realm. I hate to admit it, but you do look a lot older. And you have a beard now. That's certainly a change I'll struggle to adjust to.
I must agree with Portia, you have gotten older. I mean, you have matured quite nicely. And the beard suits you.
Well, at least someone approves. Now, back to the main question at hand. Why am I here exactly?
Right. Sorry about that. We've had reports over the past week. Each of them mentions something otherworldly happening in the forest. After personally investigating, I struggled to find anything. But one day when a citizen was passing through, they were brutally attacked. Unfortunately, they did not catch the attacker nor find any evidence afterwards.
Ah, I see. So, you brought me back to play the role of, private detective, right?
A citizen was attacked. Who knows how many more would face such a fate if we do not find out who or what did it.
The guards couldn't find anything. I tried to speak with the victim, and that did not go well.
Question, did the victim even survive the attack?
They died several hours after. I asked the doctor for updates on their recovery. The only intel I received was they were poisoned, and they died after the poison traveled into their bloodstream. There was nothing we could have done.
Poisoned? Are you sure it wasn't just an angry snake?
There are no snakes in the forest. They live out in the desert. And according to the doctor's reports, there was no snake bite.
Okay. I'll do some investigating and see what I can find. I'm going to need those reports so I can see this for myself, get a better understanding of the situation. Do you know exactly where the attack happened?
The captain of the guard would remember. She led the first search after the reports.
Then I'll also need to speak with her. We might even need to visit the attack site. I could try to use a spell to uncover any hidden tracks. Everything leaves a trace, so I'm sure I'll be able to find something.
Before you begin your search, may I suggest you bathe yourself and have some food? You only just woke up and have already been given an assignment.
You are right, milady. We can't have our guest dirty and starving. Come on, you. Let's get some food into that belly and that body soaked in the tub.
Yes, ma'am. Nadia, we'll meet up with you after this one mothers me. Hey.
And there will be a fresh set of clothes on the bed after your bath. You'll need to look more appropriate for the realm. I cannot have you running around in those rags.
Alright, before I start anything, I should go see the captain first. Perhaps she'll have some useful intel for me.
I was starting to wonder when you'd come back.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been 5 years, Rayne, and you've gotten older.
Funny that. Portia pointed that out earlier, but thanks for the reminder.
It's good to have you back. I'm assuming you're not just making pleasant conversation. What can I do for you?
Always business with you, isn't it? The attack last week in the forest. Can you tell me what happened?
Oh, that. I was patrolling in the town square when a woman ran up to me. She was frantic, claiming that she saw a man being attacked in the forest, insisting we investigate. Accepting her request, I gathered some men and we rode out to the location that she gave us. We saw the man. He was reasonably calm considering what the woman was telling us earlier. But we knew something was horribly wrong. I ordered one of my men to escort the civilians back to the aisle and get the man seen by a doctor, while I stayed back with the others to help search the area. We were there for at least an hour, but we didn't find anything. So, we came back and I reported the incident to the Countess, to which then she insisted we check the forest every day until we find clues from the attack. Each attempt we made, they were unsuccessful.
So, you've been searching every day for the past week and still found nothing? Even with your tracking skills?
I'm just as shocked as you are. With the best guards searching daily, I thought we would have uncovered something by now, but nothing. It seems our chances are just getting slimmer at each attempt, and honestly, I don't know what else to do. But I refuse to give up. A citizen has died, and it's my responsibility to find out what happened. I will not rest until justice has been served.
Well, your determination is admirable. I respect that. Don't worry, Dawn. We'll get to the bottom of this. I promise. When are you planning to go back to the forest for another search?
I'm preparing right now. I'll be heading out in 20 minutes.
Perfect. I'll go update the Countess with our plan, and I'll meet you back here.
Ah, just the person I wanted to see. I noticed you were speaking with Captain Dawn. I assume you already have a plan in mind.
You assume correctly. Yes, and she has so graciously agreed to accept my help for this investigation. She's gearing up the horses as we speak. She wants to search again, so I'll be going along with her this time.
That is good to hear. As for myself, the doctor has requested an audience with me. Apparently, they have discovered something new about the case and wish to share the information immediately.
Well then, that is certainly good news. I hope to hear something progressive when I get back.
We shall see. Once you've returned, we can meet in the war room to discuss our findings.
Forgive my interruption, milady. The doctor's at the gate. They're carrying a lot of files on them. This should be good. Do you want me to let them in?
I will see to that immediately. Thank you, Portia.
Actually, Portia, Dawn and I are going into the forest for a search. Did you want to come along? We could use another set of eyes.
Oh?
Well, only assuming that's okay with you, Nadia?
Of course, yes. Portia, go along with them. They'll need the help.
Oh, okay then. Sure, I'll come along. You definitely need my keen eye.
Perfect. We all have our tasks and a plan. I'll see you both after the search. Best of luck to you two.
Oh, Captain. We have an addition to our skeleton crew. Portia is tagging along.
You're always up for an adventure, aren't you, Portia?
What can I say? Adventure just calls me.
Always good to hear. The horses are ready. Let's go. Here. This is where it happened. When we arrived, the man was just lying there. He seemed calm, but I knew he was hiding his panic.
Do you remember what the weather was like? Were the trees frantic in the wind, or were they still?
The forest was completely still. It was almost unsettling, as if something was just watching from the shadows.
The forest is never this quiet. Even on a calm day, the trees would sway and creatures chattering amongst themselves. This is just uneasy.
Huh? Do any of you hear that sound?
I don't hear anything, Rayne. What is it?
It sounds like an echo. I'm not sure.
Let's start the search, shall we? The longer we linger, the more daylight we lose, and I am not leaving until we find something.
Right. Sorry, Dawn. You two look around here. I'll see what I can find along the trees. What happened here? Why have you gone silent? Well, what do we have here?
Find something? See something in the dirt?
I think so. It looks like a trail. And it leads deeper into the forest. You guys stay here and keep looking. I'm going to see where this trail takes me.
You're not going alone. I won't allow it.
Portia, I'll be okay. Look, it's just a quick search. If something looks too dangerous, I'll make a run for it. You have my word.
If you're not back in 20 minutes, I swear.
20 minutes. I'll be back. I promise. It ends here. But it's just a pond. What could possibly be so special about a pond? Weird. What is that noise? It sounds like talking, but it's muffled. There is definitely something in there. If this is a normal pond, it shouldn't be any deeper than 10 meters. But wherever that sound is coming from, it's too deep to determine. Time for a swim. Nothing down there. That was a waste of time. Wait, this isn't the forest. Oh, great. Where am I now?
I still don't see anything. Are you having any luck?
Unfortunately, no. It's been a week and I still can't find anything. Granted, I'm still not sure what I should be looking for, but I have a feeling it wasn't human.
If it wasn't human, then we should be extra careful. Whatever it was could come back and possibly after us.
Don't worry, Portia. I doubt it'll attack again. Especially when there's two of us. It wouldn't stand a chance.
You know, Rayne said the trees could speak, right? The sound of the breeze is them trying to communicate with us. Maybe we should ask the trees?
You think that'll work? We wouldn't even be able to understand them.
Well, we can at least give it a try. Come on, trees. Help us out. What happened?
Is it working? What did you see?
Dawn, did you feel that? The tree, it was telling us something.
Whoa. I felt the energy. I think the tree was showing a memory of what happened.
The man, he was just walking, minding his own business, not a care in the world.
Something emerges from behind the trees. What is that? It looks human, but it also looks like shattered glass.
Why are the walls all shattered? I think it's some kind of crystal. It's beautiful, but something doesn't feel right. The walls. It looks like something was trapped behind the crystal, and it broke out. Question is, what was trapped here? What in the world was that? That thing. It looked shattered, but it was able to fully move around. None of this is making sense. Okay. And this is my cue to leave. Hopefully before the cave comes down on me.
Rayne, what happened? Why are you out of breath? And why are you wet?
Pond. Went for a swim. Found a cave. Cave. Almost collapsed.
By the gods, Rayne, please take a breath before you pass out.
Okay. The dirt revealed a trail. It led me to a pond. I was hearing noises again, so I decided to follow the audio cues, which sent me diving into the water, thinking I would find it. Instead, I found something else, and it was really weird. I found myself in a cave, and the walls were made of crystal, and they had images behind them. They were blurry. I heard the noise again, so I went deeper into the cave. The wall was broken open, like something was trapped.
Did you see what it was?
Portia, we should tell him what we saw as well.
Wait, you guys found something? That's amazing. What did you find?
I remember you saying that the trees could communicate. You just had to ask. So we placed our hands on the tree, seeing if it would speak with us. It showed us a memory of what happened.
We saw the attack, and we saw what the attacker was. It looked like shattered glass.
Shattered crystal.
Sorry, did you just say shattered crystal? You saw it too?
The crystal cave was a prison, and that thing broke out.
So now we have a crystallized entity on the loose and attacking random civilians?
I'm afraid so. Damn it.
How did your search go?
Oh, don't worry, there's a lot to unpack. But before we do, what information did the doctor have to share?
Right. It being a week since the attack, usually days after a death the body begins to decompose, but the civilian's body showed no signs of rotting. So the doctor continued to examine it closely and taking multiple blood tests. Over time, the blood changed. Its original foundation was shifting.
What do you mean, shifting? Are you saying the blood is no longer human blood?
That is one way to put it. The doctor took more samples of blood, and each test it was different.
Did any marks show up on the body? Were there any indications of scarring or bruising?
Not a single cut was on their body, which makes it difficult for the doctor to determine what happened.
Rayne, you've gone quiet. What's going on?
Huh? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just thinking.
While Portia and I were searching the forest, Rayne wandered off to follow some tracks in the dirt. He said there were noises coming from the pond, so he wanted to take a dive.
You heard noises? Classic Rayne diving into danger as per usual. What did you find in the pond?
Well, as I went further into the pond, it was deeper than I expected, but, there was a cave. A crystal cave.
A crystal cave? As in the walls were completely made of crystal?
Exactly. Each wall was slightly broken, a few cracks here and there, but as I went further in, those cracks got worse. Something was behind the walls, and it broke out.
That is concerning.
Dawn and I asked the trees for assistance. They showed us a memory of the attack. We saw what happened. The shattered crystal attacked the civilian, but it didn't look like an attack, more of an attempt of something else.
Whatever the intentions were, the civilian is dead and that crystal thing is still on the loose.
Considering this unsettling information, I believe we finally have our lead. Now we just need to know what we're going to do from here.
I can do some research in the library. That cave couldn't be the only one. There might be more out there, and maybe even hold different information.
Dawn and I can help with that. There are thousands of books in that library, and it will take you years to find the answer. So, we are helping, whether you like it or not.
I second that. I could take a break from patrolling every day. Besides, this will be fun. Reading a bunch of books and all that fun library stuff.
It is so good to have you back, Rayne. We would be completely lost without you.
Oh yes, I'm well aware of that. But I am happy to be here, despite the obvious danger waiting for us. But we'll be ready for it.
The team is finally reunited. I say, before we bury our faces into books, why don't we celebrate? Rayne is back and our team is ready for another adventure.
Yes, I agree. This occasion is definitely worth celebrating, so let's go celebrate before our work begins.
What do you say, Rayne? Let go for one night and join us for a drink? It'll be good for you.
Did I mention there's going to be lots of food and music?
Come on, Rayne. You know you can't resist the Isle's amazing food and brews. It'll be just like the good old days.
Okay. You've convinced me. I suppose a few drinks won't hurt.
Excellent. Well, let's not keep the cooks waiting.